Welcome on back, everyone, to Total War Warhammer 3 in Part 3 of our Vilitch the Curseling Champions of Chaos campaign. In today's episode, we're here for a duel against one of the champions of John Chariot himself, so we're going to come on in and throw hands. Thankfully, the Varg do not have any chariots just yet, but they have a whole heap of Norscan Warhounds that are actually packing a lot of weapon strength right now because of the global events that are going on right now, so we'll have to keep in mind that these Warhounds, while normally not scary at all to our forces, will actually blend through even the likes of the spawn of Zinch fairly quickly with this much weapon strength. 42 is a lot for some Warhounds. We can just auto-resolve this one pretty quickly, and we would lose nobody, but I think that'd be a little bit lame, so let's throw hands with some Norskins. Well, hopefully another battle right afterwards with Sirthek himself. Alright, let's get to staining this perfect snow red. And purple and blue and pink and all the other weird colors of Zinch. Alright, so what we'll do is... You guys are really lacking in terms of armor penetration. So what we need to do is have, I'd say, a front line of... let's say... warriors, flamers, normal warriors, flamers, normal warriors. We'll put them like this. Perfect. And then... from here, we of course do want to advance our warriors a bit. Flamers of Zinch are deadly, but thankfully will not be quite so deadly to our own warriors. Where can we really hide these guys? I'm going to pull them back behind, since the terrain's working against us so much. Like, so this is almost completely impassable terrain, even though it looks like it should be perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and set up right here, because the enemy force is going to come on in. Right? I'm thinking. Just want my flamers to have maximum damage without getting caught by the enemy infantry in the process. Alright, so we'll go one of our mages out front, Vilitch on the other side there. We'll grab our 3 pink horrors, and I think I want them on kind of all in the same spot, so we'll get this first group really narrow. And then the other two just kind of right alongside. Or enough space that if they turn and fire, they're not going to get in each other's way. Perfect. Got Mochi trying to destroy her tower because she's mad that we're not playing right now. If you hear any irritated cat sounds, that would be Mochi's bad attitude. I will go ahead and throw some spears here and behind just to stop the Warhounds moving their way all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and throw the aspiring champs in behind these Chaos Warriors, push them both forward a bit. Same thing with these halberds. That is a lot of marauders, so we'll have to catch them in with our warriors, hold them on our armor, and let our flamethrowers melt the men down a little bit. Spawn are gonna have a hard time fighting in the woods. Actually, let's go ahead and throw the spawn here. And the halberdiers in the woods. So the spawn are gonna be one of our flanks. We'll see how well this works. Spawn do tend to die in just droves with Zinch. Go ahead and have the other knights hiding in the woods over here, with the screamers ready to support them. Yes, indeed. Overloading this side with missiles. And even if they charge on through with their marauders, pink horrors actually fight pretty well for themselves. They've got 24-29 in terms of melee attack and defense, which, while not equal to a marauder, is close enough where they won't just die in absolute droves. So we'll go ahead and have the other set of spawn behind the warriors. We'll charge them through when things get spicy. We'll go one more set of spears here, which will be more of a, I guess, more of a speed bump than anything else. Just lock some dudes down while our flamethrowers blast over their heads, and maybe accidentally cook a few of them in the process. But throw these guys back just a little bit. If I'm not fast at reacting with my micro, they'll get wiped out by all these hounds. So we'll go ahead and grab the main characters to the story. Alright. Mortal Infantry. Which I'm going to take the Aspiring Champs out of guard mode, and they're the only ones. Well, no, take it back. Missile Troops. We'll go the big chunkies, and then our Cavalry. Glorious. Clear my throat there. Let it begin. Right? Yes, let it begin. Alright, Vilitch, you're going to start off by throwing some blue fire towards this Marauder Chieftain. He called you some names, and I'm not here for it. everyone else here is set up and literally perfectly. Alright, they're gonna bring their warhounds towards our lads like we kind of expected. Get some more fire on the ones that are moving on in, and we have the barrier to kind of stop them as well. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a drink of water while we're moving towards. Mute roll fast. Drop some molten metal on the hounds and anything else that might be coming through there. I just keep falling back behind the line. Vilitch ready to help out on this other side there. In fact, we'll go ahead and send the Sky Rays and the Knights in. They're trying to rip through the barrier there on our spawn. Can't have it. Flamethrowers start up, cooking them some hounds. Glorious. Alright, you go ahead and just try to charge through for now. Give you off the locus of more magification. Metal spells down here. They got our screamers caught up in spears, which I don't like. Pull them away as quickly as we can. Throw the pink fire, or the blue fire that is, towards the Marauder Chieftain. Alright, sparring champs, you guys try to catch these the Chieftain in battle, and we'll send the warriors through. Vilitch is extremely caught in battle here. We'll go ahead and send the screamers. There's no safe place for them. Oh, we got into our flamers, did he? Nicely done. Let's go ahead and bring you and the spawn back. I love that the flamers are actually holding the line. That is impressive. Warriors come through. Have the other skirmish cab go wide there. I love that these the flamers held the line. That's incredible. Warriors moving on in now. Where are my screamers? I think we've got a good opportunity to have them chase off a couple of these other skirmish cav up front. Another opportunity for some amazing metal casting. Kind of almost have the Uzumaki spiral coming out of your blue flamer fire, which is interesting. Okay, the flamers are getting hit by axes, which is no fun. You guys deal with these axemen. We'd rather not lose any of our flamers at all if we can. Knights come through. Losing only 4 of them is completely acceptable. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Screamers of Zinch, go ahead and start mopping up who's left. This concentration of pink fire was perfect with this other side. So I think that's something I'm going to be trying to do here with our Vilitch armies, where we have a lot of armor on one side and a lot of our missiles on the other, protected by some more light troops. Stingrays are hungry. Alright, a glorious victory. We have managed to completely stop the enemy from doing pretty much any damage at all to us. We lost 18 in the fighting and gathered 325 souls in the process. If a few more of our troopers would have died there, it's completely fine, because we could have turned them into souls as well. But we're going to wait a little bit longer before activating a secondary gift here, because we don't quite have enough souls in the old soul bank. So yeah, we're up to 706. We go ahead and raise this for a ton of souls. That's not a bad idea, actually. I also want to just generate as much experience as possible for our big blue boy. Sack the Grayling Moot. Oh, lovely. That's the next step in the Parchment and Ink quest here. So now we need to move any character to Lost Ericsson's Landing. Your investigation has proven fruitful indeed. It seems the blue scribes of Zinch, Tarix, and Zeratop are the frenzied force behind the haphazard magics that have plagued so many battlefields across the land. Better yet, a clue to their current location has now reared its head, as chaos surges in a nearby settlement. If you act quickly, you may be able to catch the blue scribes in action, while they torture and twist every being in the area. So glorious, they're wasting their time torturing people. We shall catch them in no time. So with that battle, we got up to almost rank 12, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let me go ahead and save our last skill point here, that way we can start working on some of his unique skills. Sword and Sorcery, just giving us warp flame attacks, is going to be insanely useful. And also, I mean, just the 200 extra barrier points, too. 15% more casualty replenishment for all of our kind of uber-corrupted warped lads. And then the Paragon of Change ability, which is going to replenish our barrier points. All of these are so good. Ooh, more souls gained from own casualties plus 25%. That's the one we're going to go for first.
Vilitch the Curseling.
Bro boy. We shall give you. Spread corruption. We definitely need more Siege corruption as we travel. It gives us more missiles. Fantastic stuff. Can we drop into a raiding stance for some gold? Raiding stance isn't going to let us replenish though.
Protect me, brother.
So we'll just go into an encamp stance. Put up next to the Grayling Moot. Let Sirtha jump into the Moot, or whatever he chooses to do. We'll punch him in the face there. Great, great. Okay, so what we will do is check to see if any of our units can be upgraded outside of our pink horrors, because I'm not looking to spend almost 100 more in upkeep for both of these guys here. They're so much more effective when they're pink horrors, but also extremely expensive. Granted, the rest of our troops here can't quite upgrade. How far are you to rank? Ooh, almost. They are almost rank 5. Let's go ahead and I changed my mind. We're going to go ahead and grab these 2 Exalted Pinks. It's going to cost us 300 per, and they cost 250 upkeep. So, okay, 225 with our current Tzeentch authority right now, which that's actually not bad at all. So we'll get these guys up to the same. Turn them into the Exalted Brethren, and then most should start raining down the fire. Yeah, Ragnar, you've got a very boring job for now. We need to send someone to Lost Ericsson's over here. Okay, well, we can definitely move on over here to stamp out the champion of Nurgle anyway, so yeah, sounds good to me. Ragnar.
You have my favor.
Oh, we can start getting some really good stuff here now, like the Chaos Giants. Perfect. For now, we'll go ahead and just give you a few more Marauders. Keep building his force up little by little and seeing how much income we can handle with it. Here at the Doom Keep. Oh, I would love to get the walls, probably. Haunted Tower, just because we do have enemies that are coming in from the Monolithic Atom, and we're going to be fighting just about everyone around here, so we want to make sure everything is good and defended. Alright. That should be our turn. Okay, so Sirtha just runs away. Which, fair enough, I guess. He's probably going back here to the Foul Fortress to prepare. Oh no, he ran past us. So was my initial thought right? He's going to go after the Doom Keep. I've got a couple of vassal armies here, and they both have, these are clan rats with barrier. Not very much barrier, mind you, but, I mean, still. Clan rats with barrier. An ancient book, plural, I guess, of spells contains dark hidden wisdom, enough to drive its reader to madness. Gives us warp flame attacks for our aspiring champs and our chosen of Tzeentch. We also get less cooldown for Laura Tzeentch and metal spells, which means we come on in here to Vilitch's army, and these aspiring champs now are going to be catching lads on fire, which is lovely. I'm here for it. Same thing with our chosen when we do have them. Currently just these Chaos Warriors, but if you were to come in and... Severed Claw count as chosen, or are they something else? I think they're aspiring champs of Tzeentch, which I cannot wait for us to get.
Agreed. Mortals will quail.
Ragnar's here for it. Ragnar, I'm going to name you something more akin to our campaigns here. So your name is now Roger. Roger Doomenheimer. Doomenheimer. There we go. Roger Doomenheimer. Welcome, Roger. Everyone tell Roger hi. We are going to... I'd love to sack this moot one more time here. Flawed resolve, gained 45 souls, 5 fall in the fighting. And if we sack it, we get another 100 experience. Let's go ahead and be a bully.
This will only extend my power.
Absolutely. The shrieking sky rays, and now the heavens send their love. Your sudden death from above. Oh. Vilitch the Poet. Yeah, Sirtha's running for his life, so what we'll do is just go ahead and capture the Grayling Moot. Yoink. And then I'm going to not repair anything and offer it over to the Sarl.
Always ready for a headbutting contest.
Perfect. Well, how about you come over here and headbutt one of these walls back into place? Ooh, for 29. Oh, I guess you guys are completely flat broke, huh? Oh. What is going on here, stingy boy? All he hit is he had 2,000 gold, actually.
Accepted.
Yeah. Trying to hide those coins. In the little bottom right corner, you see Vilitch will remember this. Alright, Vilitch, you're up to Cleric 12, which means we can go for Sword and Sorcery with the body of a brute and the skills of a sorcerer. Every strike is imbued with a mighty strength and vile magics. And then onwards to Pawns of Fortune for more relations with all the Warriors of Chaos, and then more souls gained from our own casualties. We want to buff up how many souls we're gaining across the board as quickly as we can here. I think we also are going to now ignore our Spread Corruption and come on into... Yeah, Plague of Rust is so useful. When you can overcast it, drops armor by 60, I believe. Yeah, which is great. You can take someone who's actually fairly moderately armored and drop them down to near 0, and allow your Exalted Paints to just annihilate them with damage. Because they don't actually have that much armor piercing. They're similar to your Jade Warrior crossbows or something similar, where they're more a base weapon damage, so you gotta keep it in mind. Your armor piercing mostly comes from your Flamers and your Exalted Flamers. Alright, so the Attuning Ritual gives us more active Gifts of Tzeentch, and then the army ability, Storm of Fire. We do want our army abilities. Extra experience for warriors also sounds amazing. So here, let's grab our army ability first, and then we will pivot to grabbing the Rite of Ascension. That way, all of our... so we can start upgrading our Chaos Warriors to Chosen, and also our warriors will get a little bit more experience. This will be great too, because it'll unlock Chaos Chariots. And moreover, it'll give us more experience for all of our Marauder Horseman units, so we can upgrade them to Knights faster.
Share those secrets.
Share those secrets. So the gift that I would like to have is the Arcane Wisdom. It's going to cost us 750 souls to activate those, so we need to get a little bit more in the old soul bag before we go for it.
Yes, my ruinous power!
Roger, probably a good idea to have you... Oh, hang on now. I just realized this is not an army of ours.
To be honest, I'd rather be
Felman's gonna go fight the Varg too.
Time.
We might be able to bring him in through just good old diplomacy instead of beating the brakes off him. However, we get more souls for fighting, so I think we're gonna not be doing so much diplomacy here with Vilitch, even for fellow Chaos factions.
Forward unto slaughter!
Good lad, Roger. Roger, we're gonna go ahead and give you... We're at 394. We got the 2 Warhounds. Having 1 Manticore for hunting down mages is a good idea. Take down the Famir Mage pretty well. Take down any of the other Norscan Shamans like they don't even exist. And it's fairly cheap, all things considered. Also, Marauder Horsemen we can take to upgrading into Knights. Let's grab the Manticore, see where we're sitting at. 202. Got a few more Marauders to grab here, but let's go ahead and grab 1 Marauder. Oh, you know what? Let's go double Manticore. Our income is nuked. Alright. Ragnar getting back to doing some channeling, and we might end up having you raid the Scaling Tribe, we'll see. We shall see. Alright then. Yeah, my interesting clan mage. What about the Sorrel? Their current orders are to... I think I had them go up here to settle this land so no one else could have it. The Varg across the sea too. Interesting. Yeah, Skarbrand blows stuff up, but the Norskins aren't going to let it stay blown up. Which is why as Skarbrand you have to turn around and reconquer those places more often than not.
You think to spar with us? Even Tommen has more about him.
Even Tommen's smarter than you. Oh, he wants peace. He saw how tough we are, and he's running for the hills. Testing their bonds. Skyla Hilmarson. Sorrel vassals, but they're becoming unruly and challenging said rule. Show them the error of their ways. I mean, yeah, we'll punish their transgressions. Cool. Bop him on the head. Instruct... Oh, the Trail of the True Path. Okay, so we've got now the mission for Akeled Hellbrass. Alright, Warrior has spread of a noble's son, a once great knight of the Empire who roams the Chaos Wastes in search of a greater purpose. Most remarkably, he bears the insignia of a Tzeentchian cult, the Brethren of the Golden Eagle. His loyalties had him pursued doggedly for a time by the Templars of Sigmar, Empire's witch hunters. Once they caught up, he proved his status as the greatest swordsman in his knightly order. Perhaps in time, this champion in the making will make his way to us, But in the meantime, we must ensure there are more like-minded warriors to help him embrace chaos. Yes, we must make sure Akel Hellbrass falls.
The Twisted Twins ascend.
Alright, so the Sarl or the Scaling here, are annihilating the Varg. So we are gonna move up.
Freezes my feathers.
Let's wait before going into March.
Move.
Yeah, we've got full replenishment, so I don't mind marching our way into the Foul Fortress here. Ooh, Tavi the Gold Taker.
A step.
The latest and most sad of the chieftains of Norska.
For chaos!
Roger, we're gonna have you sprint up towards the Doomkeep here. Keep in mind that Kislev will start making their way towards us before too long. Thankfully, all of our vassals do have extra barriers, so they should perform a little bit better in auto-resolve. But Realms of Chaos Kislev builds some horrifyingly powerful armies pretty quick. Alstra, why don't you just drop into a camp stance? Like, we take attrition for you. Yeah, there's no reason for that, though.
Yes,
Just be smarter than a RoC.
this is wise.
This is why. Alright, village, can we reach Battle Fortress? We cannot, so we'll just raid our way through, make some cash. Oh, and we do have some Chaos, or some Marauders and Zeniths that can go up, but if we do upgrade them, we don't have the cash to actually upkeep the new Chaos Warriors. So we shall wait. But we know that they can be upgraded.
Now is chaos.
Now is chaos. Anyone else like to trade? Scaling Tribe would like non-aggression. Here's the problem. Like I said previously, we do want allies, but our allies we want to make through subjugating them brutally. Because we need those souls. How much are you willing to give me that for this one?
Where shall we raid next?
500.
The longships are ready.
Well, you're going to raid in the Chaos Realms very soon. After we remove your skull. Alright, let's hope that... Listen, Scaling Tribe, if you capture the Foul Fortress, your lives are forfeit. I'm just gonna let you know now.
Don't speak, silence. Now you may talk.
Alright, there's something seriously wrong with Vilitch. He wants a non-aggression pact. Nope, especially not if we have to sign it in the bones of my forefathers, instead of the bones of your forefathers. Darhar have been eliminated by none other than Skarbrand. I realize that sitting one of our vassals up here is going to likely make us get us into a war with Skarbrand sooner rather than later. I just need to raid the Foul Fortress. Can I just get the accomplishment for that one now? Ow. Sit and raid for a turn. Alright, so since we do, I'm going to go ahead and actually upgrade these Marauders to the Halberdier Zinch Warriors. Yoink. And then, same thing with you guys. You shall become Halberdier Zinch Warriors. How glorious. Won't be able to afford these guys next turn, so we will complete this mission. You guys can go up to the elite version of Horrors, too. We're not going to, but that's what I'm looking at next.
Ready.
Roger, I'd love to do some raiding with you. Problem is, we need to have Vilitch freed up. That way, if the Scalings send armies your way, we can stave them off. We'll have a very hard time doing so down here at the Altar of the Crimson Harvest. Oh no, just upgrading the fort gives you the better tower projectiles. Interesting. So you don't even need to go for the garrison.
Ruin on them.
It just gives you extra Marauders, Warriors, and Trolls, which is, I mean, extremely useful.
Destruction for all.
Alright, Roger. I'd really like for you to do some raiding against the Scaling.
Let's be about this.
Let's be about
You
this.
have my favor.
What's going on here, there? We see no Scaling here. We'll go ahead and switch back into March stance for the possibility of grabbing that elite trait and end the turn.
Bow to me.
Alright, Foul Fortress has been raided, giving us 1,600 gold. And that army that was hanging out here is gone. Oh man, I was hoping we'd get a great big battle. And we get to steal a whole bunch of souls, but they're not having it. Alright, Werewolf Boy is left to defend with a bunch of Berserkers. I think it should be a fun one. I'll go ahead and grab that Scarecrow banner, give it to our Screamers of Tzeentch. They rule the skies, and then the Standard of Discipline can go to... Ooh, who does it need to go to? Probably just Vilitch. Give him the maximum leadership possible. And we throw ourselves to the field. Alright, start deployment. We'll go ahead and sit up on either side of this position here, and we'll just kind of walk forward with our flamers. This is going to be great. Alright, so grab all of our infantry so I know where they're at. We'll probably just half and half these guys, so we'll grab like so on this side. And then these four can be over here on the other side. Glorious. And then we'll go ahead and do... there's the normal pinks on over here because there's not as much area to actually fire with them. We'll have the two Exalteds over here with this group. Exalteds and then the Flamers up front. The same thing on the other side here, where the Flamers will go in to clear the path. Marauder Cab, I'm just going to put as kind of a vanguard to keep an eye on things and be a bit of a distraction if needed. Let's go metal spells on Z side. Spawn to back them up. Same thing over here. Good to me.
Knights of Tzeentch.
A little bit closer with the Knights and the Screamers, and I'm just gonna break them down into two groups here. Glorious. Missile troops. Guard mode. We'll want to get the Flamers and the two missiles together. Same thing here. Alright, let it begin. They are going to deploy well away from us. Interesting. Alright, Exalteds. Those Berserkers are your target. This is all you three. Javelins. Go get them. Back to Village, you can start this fight off with a blue fire. I'd love it. Over to the side, we'll send the pink horrors forward slightly and the flamers as well. Everything else just kind of stay back. Get ready for when you're needed.
Once we have them, back to the longships.
Back to the longships. Are they going to the other end? Make sure no one's moving towards us there. Flamers fall back just a bit.
Let there be butchery.
And now turn to fire on those spearmen. Over on the other end, I knew they'd start advancing a bit, so go ahead and fall. Went back with these flamers. Send Village and Company forward into the now approaching, now very charred Marauders. There it is. That stopped them in their place. The pink horrors, the Exalted Brothers, can very easily defend themselves here. Especially with Flamer support. That group's very gone. Right, you calm down. That's gonna be a lot of friendly fire damage. How about the other side here? Although they all in on coming outside the walls here. Respectable, I guess. We'll just wait for this next group to waddle on in. Spears can take the forward position. I've got jets running exercises above me, so if you can hear it, apologies. If not, no problem at all. Alright, Village in. Pink Horrors, your target is these Marauder Hunters. You can just go ahead and run these Marauders down. Easy stuff. Screamers, you come on in and... could handle this skirmish calf in the back line. That just perfect.
That's a blind conspiracy.
Marauders come back in. They've got one last unit they're going to try to get us with. And we'll just overcast the metal spell right here on the corner, and they're very uber doomed. Running on towards this Marauder Chieftain. Go ahead and give him a blue fire, and then keep charging. All of them hit, that's glorious. And we will pink fire through this side just to weaken the javelins a bit. Alright, they're gonna go ahead and advance. Very, very clever. Vilitch and Thauman versus a werewolf. They've got the warp flame attacks now, so they should annihilate this poor wolf. Meanwhile, the Marauder Berserkers have come on in. A couple of them are trying to push past our general here. Oh no, those are the ones that are fleeing. And completely ignoring the downsides of miscasting is pretty great for Tzeentch. That barrier, useful. Up to your health, and I'll go ahead and fall back just a little bit. Those guys are doomed, though. Screamers. What's going on here? Yeah, we actually caught them. Took them a while, I guess. Pull back here. Exalted thinks you guys can pretty easily handle this this werewolf. They've got shivs for days. Look at these little curved blades. You don't get stabbed by that. They got one in each hand. They've got like 4 to 5 hands each. And now you belong to Tzeentch. Alright, the Varg crumpled. That should allow us to vassalize them as well. Yes, it can. So we'll go ahead and sack it first for the gold and the experience. Also, we absolutely need the money in our bank for a moment. Armor of Destiny for Vilitch, that's perfect. And then a Disc of Tzeentch for Kevin, which makes him very difficult to take down now.
Vilitch the Curseling.
And very, very mobile, too.
The Twisted Twins.
Alright, so Varg now we're on our side. I didn't get to take down the... Oh, here's Tavi.
Slaughter the sheep.
He was up there raiding the Scaling Tribe. Where did their lord go?
Destruction for all.
I mean, regardless, I'm going to do some raiding here in Scaling Lands.
Go now.
But, still, I'd like to know where they're at. Alright, we can get a little bit more growth and casualty replenishment rate. Upgrade the Dark Redoubt here at the Altar of the Crimson Harvest. 5k.
Master of Misrule.
Repair and set up more raid trophies. Now I think what we'll do is we'll grab the upgrade to the Altar of the Crimson Harvest. This is going to make us a good 200 more income just for making that more elite, and also will give us more elite defenders too in case anyone tries to get froggy. Next we'll go for the Mine All Mine. Take it all and find more still. Everything is not enough. Giving us more post-battle loot, income, and then chances for stealing magical items. We'll just get the rest of these goodies here, and then go straight on down to Fate and Flux.
More boons.
All boons.
Bow to me.
Helm of Many Eyes, we're gonna go ahead and trade out for the Armor of Destiny, and you can have Helm
Vilitch.
of Many Eyes there, Roger. You're welcome. Collector and a Magister, both of those belong to Vilitch.
The power of Tzeentch.
Alright, skills for Kevin. Let's go. Upgraded Plague of Rust. And now with 1100 souls, I'm a little bit more keen on grabbing the Arcane Wisdom here. Of course, it's going to cost us a lot to get active in the first place. It costs us 100 per turn. I think it just gives us a reason to get out and start smashing. The Warp Flame attacks for all of our units with the Mark of Tzeentch, and then 15% more unit experience gain for our Tzeentch units. On top of the extra experience gain for all Marauders. which I think we could probably remove now. We have mostly Warriors of Chaos. So I'm going to go ahead and take off that one. What could we replace it with? Nothing until we get more souls, but... Defensive supplies and Shatterstone would be pretty good for sieges. Faction leader grants 25% of their experience gain to other lords. So I guess with the village already stealing, you can steal experience and then redistribute it back out in the same kind of instance, which is interesting. Alright then. We raid the scaling, and we prepare to take them down next on our way out to the... I believe this is the Bjornling tribe. Yeah, they are our final conquest here. And then we take down Albion and turn to look at juicy Kislev. And hopefully they haven't built up too many bear-sled armies. Alright, village, let's do it. Alright, our vassals also have now claimed Blackrock, which will allow us another vassal. I don't like that so much. Don't have much of a choice, they've already done it. Alright, so next we'll come on through and get ready to fight with the scaling. Where their most elite settlement is likely...
What?
How many do you guys have? Yeah, their strength rate 28, which is pretty respectable. But all of their settlements are minor ones, so even though they do have a respectable strength, it's only in their standing army. Once we take that thing down, we win.
Bow to me.
Or once we take that thing down, that strength rank goes away pretty much immediately.
I said move.
Nothing here at the Modlist of Cthulhu. So Roger, while raiding is going to be really useful for us. Let's go ahead and march up towards the Monolith of Cthulhu here. I don't know if there's any units here, is the only kind of slight concern. Looks like we're safe. So village, you come on around. Even if we have to teleport on someone here, we absolutely will. But we will sprint down and basically use village to cut these 3 settlements down, while Roger goes after the Monolith of Cthulhu. We only really have to worry about the Bay of Blades, so they might come through after the Altar of the Crimson Harvest, so yeah, we'll see. I think we can hold in the face of a Norseman invasion. Oh, a food surplus. The shrewd program of stockpiling across your provinces has literally borne fruit, and food stores are bountifully abundant. The population is in rude health, and growth is on the rise. Get extra growth? We'll take it. Alright, perfect. And so now...
For chaos! Forward unto slaughter!
This is where we find out there is an army in here in the Doomkeep. No? Or a Monolith of Cthulhu, that is. I don't see any.
Scum! Onward to destruction!
We'll sprint this way. With Village, we'll come on down into an ambush stance right around this corner.
Stop, fool.
And now we declare war on
I
the
find your
scaling.
motives unclear.
Oh, we can even go talk to the Great Orthodoxy? Hang on now, this keeps them off our back.
I burn to annihilate you, heretic.
That wasn't very passionate there, Castalton. I will join your war with the scaling, and you give me money. A deal you didn't think you'd be making.
There will be no retribution.
Nope, just cash. Just cash money. Alright, we'll save the small bit of cash here, just in case they decide to do any raiding.
Everything goes to plan.
Otherwise, I would want the raid trophies for even more gold. So we shall save until we beat the brakes off of Welch here.
Till they see my...
Alright, Welch failed to spot our ambush. We'll go ahead and give this one to the auto-resolve just for size. I'd like to see how much damage it's going to give us on an ambush with an army like this. Not very many. We'll go ahead and sacrifice them for a few more souls and gold. Unbelievers resisted the Black Gulch. The uncorrupted slaves in Lanmange's region are resisting. They refuse to submit to the Dark Gods. Punishment must be swift. Oh no, it's time to delegate the deed. Let the vassal handle it. This is a minor inconvenience that they can deal with. More experience for Nostril and allegiance with them too. Whose buildings are damaged, hopefully not ours. Your actions have drawn the attention of Tzeentch, the great sorcerer and grand manipulator. His many-hued eyes look upon your endeavors and think it worthy of stimulus, but where to direct the change's booms. We go for some shenanigans. I'm sorry, stock for all armies. Alright. My underlings, giving us 20 attack and defense for lords and embedded heroes. My fortresses for a Lord of Change, and then the gift of my choice for activation cost reduction. Let's go ahead and snag. Shenanigans sounds amazing. Let's get ourselves a Lord of Change here, though. We can't afford it. Sitting it in our pool for whenever we need one sounds pretty amazing. Well, the Great Zeus army has been squashed. Pressed into a fine wine. We can't quite reach the Ice Drake Ford, which is sad. But with this army, we can just move in and crunch the Monolith. I'm going to take one of these for my own, though. So we'll give this one to the Auto Resolve, tentatively. Go ahead and sack the settlement.
Of your senses. Yes, my ruinous
And then we
power.
raid for... and not very much. We'll go ahead and claim the Monolith.
They will be dominated.
I'd kind of like to see what's of our minor buildings. Ooh, 1800 to repair there. Or not. Warband upgrades. Wind of Magic Power Reserve. And Casualty Replenishment. And then the Twisted Relic gives us more souls from battles in adjacent regions. That's pretty great. These regions down here count as adjacent, which it looks like they do because you can see the border. This will be great to harvest up a few more souls down here. The fortress, we'll go ahead and grab those raid trophies. Do keep we can upgrade the bone pit? I think not. The only upgrades we want right now are going to be for income. We've got 970 souls, which is a heap. Let's jump on into our Gifts of Chaos and see about grabbing a new one here. Horrifying Presence. Really, I'd prefer not to have any undivided. These undivided gifts don't excite me at all. The extra experience gained from Marauders we probably just should not have deactivated. So let's go ahead and get this going again, just so we have souls being offered up to Tzeentch, and we keep moving on towards the path of Zanbaizhen. This is souls gained and sacrificed, I believe. Well, it just says gained, so that's the real answer. Mind Wipe. Nope, we'll go for a Twist of Fate here to give us that Paragon of Change, so that way there's not even an activation cost for this, it's just your barrier replenishes all the time. Yeah, might as well. Forsaken Flocked Vilitch, basking in the aura of flux that swirls around the Twisted Twin.
Optimal.
Evan, can we get you to move further? Sadly, no. So scouting it is, and you just barely can't reach.
Master of Misrule.
There's a little red arrow, I believe, that we barely can't reach. So we'll come on down. What is their current?
Their puppets.
54 out of, I believe, 80 or so factions currently.
Destroy this land.
Step into
One foot in
your
front
territory,
of the
do some
other,
raiding.
fool.
Go ahead and upgrade these pink horrors to their zenith. There's the Exalted Pinks.
This freezes my feathers.
And they need one more rank. What about you there? No, they need to get up. Oh, actually, we need profane weaponry to upgrade them. So they are the right rank. Okay, well, that's at least good to know.
Bring ruin.
Bring ruin. Roger, we'll go ahead and give you Dominating Presence.
I am pleased.
So glad to hear it. Grab some Marauders of Tzeentch. Oh, Dragon Ogres. Dragon Ogres would be so useful. Especially against all the war sleds.
Yes,
We'll keep them in the pool. We just don't have a lot of gold right now. I'd like to do some upgrading to some of our fortresses. Like the Corpse Mount here. Sounds perfect. and then actually repairing the Modlist when we can is something we probably want to do. Now we've got our first commandment issue, so foster cults for more Tzeentch corruption, exploit vassals for construction cost reduction, but a hit to our control. Oh, Insides of the Void just says 10% research rate? Okay, well, don't mind if I do.
You! Click me out of this accursed snow!
Alright, Varg, your job is going to be to defend our friendly territory. Sarl will give you a new target. We'll say your main job is to defend this Dark Fortress. Land Main is doing their job defending this one, and then we can have the Varg take control of defense of this fortress when we can.
Well,
Alright,
why
Erd.
am I so cold?
Aka the Tuck Taker. We need some of those, what are they called? Horkers from Skyrim? Those great big walruses you fight out in the ice flats. Receptacle of Knowledge. Unlock a new undivided. Did we already complete that one? Glorious. An open mind is needed to better receive Tzeentch's endless knowledge. You must expand your capacity for understanding in order to truly appreciate the Raven God's gifts. Gives us 1,000 souls. And now we've got the attuning ritual. Tuning with the energies of chaos opens many doors in the mind. More gifts of Tzeentch active, and then we've got the Storm of Fire. We do love army abilities. Alright, Ice Drake Fjord, prepare to be plundered. Oh yeah, there's nothing here. We'll go ahead and auto-resolve that one. We lose a lot of spawn there. Thankfully they replenish like crazy. Sack this, we want maximum experience gain. And then where are the Venaheimlings? We can only gift that to them if they are our vassal. I don't see any Venaheimlings. I think they're over here. So this would be good if, I guess, if he was pushing across Albion to try to conquer it, which I think is what they're supposed to do. Similar to our own faction here, we're supposed to meet in the middle and clash, and either a stagnation or change is meant to rule the way. We're going to ignore his uniques for just a moment and finish off Fate and Flux here for more movement range, souls gain, and post-battle loot. So let's go ahead and grab that Blessed by Evil for even more post-battle loot ourselves. We need one more point down here and we can grab Fate and Flux. I'd love to go after Longship Graveyard. Well, here we go. That's where Fellman was. He was waiting. Well, luckily, Doomkeep is very well defended now. So even if he wants to throw hands, I think we can hold them off.
Now is chaos.
Roger, we're gonna have you pop out of the monolith and go into an ambush stance. Also upgrade the Doomkeep. Go ahead and repair here.
Witness the power.
And we'll go ahead and move past the Ice Drake Fjord.
Move or else.
Since we know this is their strongest army. Gambit paid off. Okay, and now we've got Summoned from Beyond. I'm sorry, what? Oh, that's for one of the gifts. Well, we need that probably pretty soon, too. Let's come on up and grab, like I said, Charioteer into the Rite of Ascension. Causes terror for spawns is going to be useful, too. Oh, and then just more movement range. Magical attacks for all Chaos Knights. If there's each mark, they get magical attacks anyway, so that's not too enticing. Alright, perfect. Well, let's go ahead and end one more turn here, see how things play out, and that's going to be all the time I have got for today.
The great sorcerer himself summons us to his realm. We have been trusted with a task that will bring us much favor.
We get to go to the Realm of Sea. I forgot this is what you get to do for the Champions of Chaos. Oh, I really want the realms to be a little bit expanded and brought into Immortal Empires. Alright, so the Hammerstorm cometh. You get Herald Hammerstorm with Vilitch. Everyone's doomed. Alright, well, the wars waged by Chaos have been the most terrible of all conflicts in history. Their destruction unrivaled by anything else. Each war has been a test, a sham, a preparation for the greater war that is yet to come. Every battle a touch of the taloned hand of Chaos, probing the defenses of the mortal world. Soon the day will come when Chaos musters its true horrifying strength. But first, its acolytes must prove their military might with yet more bloodshed. In return, the gods will pave the way to the end by sending forth their first forgotten champion. Kill 3,000 enemies, we have ourselves the Hammerstorm and 2k favor. I think we could fight them off just with an auto-resolve. Watch this. Get him, Nostril. He doesn't come in to help us. What kind of vassal are you? Either way, that's the end of the scaling. Look at those souls.
You cannot oppose chaos.
There it is. Well, this is the Vessel of Chaos battle. I can read this too, it'll go ahead and end the episode afterwards. So most remain blind to the conniving machinations of Tzeentch until their tragic fate is already sealed. Thus, as the unsuspecting nations of the Empire and Cathay seek to manifest a portal between their lands, avoiding the dangers of the Ivory Road, they remain oblivious to the true architect of their plans, the Great Schemer himself. As construction of the portal was completed, the forces of each nation were drawn through the gateway, pulled into a twisted and unfamiliar demonic landscape. Yet there are many powerful pawns of the God of Magic schemes, that is, for an urgent summons demands Vilitch's presence in the realm of Tzeentch. Alright, quick jump cut due to Witch side acting up. We've flubbed this one up a couple times. Though the twisted plots of his god remain a mystery, part Vilitch is to play will no doubt soon become startlingly clear. We shall be facing down a force of both the Empire and Cathay. It'll be quite the battle, too. For the victory, though, we get 5,000 favor and the Vessel of Chaos, which is incredible. It allows us to punish even more barrier every time we cast, gain even more Tzeentch authority, some ward save, makes it free for us to drain magic from enemy armies, and then also our Lord of Tzeentch spells will be cheaper to cast, so it's very good item. Also, Nostril, you're fired. Defend the Doom Keep means just sit here and stare at it to him, apparently. Which I guess that does work. Alright, though. That is going to be all the time we have got for today. We'll move in here to the Longship Graveyard, but I will thank you all for stopping by today's Vilitch the Curseling campaign. If you will enjoy the video, remember to leave a like to the Light God and a sub to the Sub Throne, and I will see you all in the next one.